What's up guys, it's the Graceful Rogue here, stepping out of the shadows to give you content, and today we're going to be talking about Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash, which will be coming out next year, a few months away really, and the point of this video is to just put my thoughts and worries out there about the game, because I'm being honest, I tried not to look at too much of this game until I rewatched and caught up again with the anime, so if you want to complain, agree, or just flat out laugh at me for still having some hope for anime games like this, well, do it in the comments. Okay, so off the bat, I'm iffy on the movement. In some of the gameplay, I see some moves like dodging or just combos that look somewhat fluid, but then other moments it just looks too janky or floaty, which for a series like JJK that has fast-paced fights and fluid action, that's kind of odd. The movement kind of gives me My Heroes 1 Justice vibes, which was fluid but floaty. Now, apparently people that have actually played the demo of this at events say it's faster than it looks, but time will tell on that one. Unless I'm misunderstanding something, the combat itself gives me Final Fantasy Dissidia vibes. If any of you have ever played that series, okay, I mean, who am I kidding? I doubt I have any FF fans watching this at the moment. Or do I? Reveal yourself. Anyway, how combat worked in that series is you would do basic attacks on your opponents that didn't really do damage to them directly, but rather to build up numbers, or rather your actual damage once you filled up the amount you wanted. You would then unleash an attack to actually damage their health bar. It seems that might be the case for this game as well, which is a system that I found oddly satisfying, but it might not be for everyone, so it is what it is. The tagged ranked makes sense, and I look forward to that because if there's one thing JJK is known for, it's jumping their opponents. So once one of the enemies are down, it's straight jumping city, which would be fun for me and my partner. Probably not fun for the other player, but that's not my problem. You picked up this game, you knew what time it was. It's time for lefts and rights, which, speaking of, while I love Gojo and everyone and their mom's mom will be playing him, I was going to mainly pull up with Megumi, but with this treasure I summon, I gotta stop. Anyway, but Yuji might be more of my style. Anytime he's on screen boxing someone, I get hyped. I literally just like start leaning and jabbing in my chair, knowing I ain't doing shit, but I'm hype as fuck like a kid on Christmas, so yeah, I'll probably be pulling up with him. A positive that is major for this game is that they even grace us with the mystical, almost non-existent feature in most games these days of, wait for it, playing with your friends. Connections. Over a month. Still no custom lobbies. Yeah, that's a brand new concept really, and they deserve praise for that. Now, as long as we can make lobbies with friends and spectate matches, I'm chilling. Like, I'm not even complaining at that point. Now, story mode, I don't expect much from it, but it might be good. Might. They're usually not with these kind of games. But they have modes, which is another clap of hands I give to them, because most of the time with games like this, they throw in story, online player, and ranked, and just call it a day. But they even added rush battles where you can fight curses with your friends, or the free-for-all type mode, which could be fun. Now, I know there's still contention anytime this game is talked about. Will this game be good? Truthfully, I hope so. The reality is we probably won't get much better for a JJK game for a while anyway, and just due to the nature of most anime games, they leave a lot to be desired. So it's kind of you get what you get situation. I'm not saying that means you have to buy it because it's the only option. I'm just saying I still have hope sometimes for games like this. Now, this part of the video hopefully isn't too ranty. It's just what I hope the game has on launch. Just a small list, nothing, too major, something pretty fairly reasonable, I would say. Working lobbies, actual spectating. You can actually leave a ranked match once you get into a match with someone and you don't like the connection. In this case, two people's connections. You match with two other people and you like, oh hell no, that's a red bar times 2. Ain't dealing with that. So I can leave. Again, spectating should pretty much be a thing off rip. A lot of reasons why I feel like a lot of anime games die so quickly is because they don't have King of the Hill off rip, and if they do, you can't spectate matches. And I'm gonna be honest, if you're playing games like this, yes, online is fun, sure, whatever. Well, it's not always fun because sometimes you just deal with some annoying ass people, I'm not gonna lie. But regardless, that should be a thing that's in the game off rip. Most fighting games that come out, as crazy as this is to believe, have working King of the Hill or endless lobbies, and you can spectate the matches. I know that might be a revolutionary idea, but if we could just have that in the game off rip, I would be greatly satisfied. Which is crazy because you would think something so basic, so common sense, shouldn't be so stressed to be asked to be in the game. But yet here we are. So that's like the wish list right there. Just make sure that works. Hopefully I don't deal with armor on every attack. I know every game is gonna have something busted, but you know, hopefully this game kept somewhat balance in mind. So far from what I've seen in the game, it doesn't seem like there's gonna be a lot of bullshit, so that's kind of good, maybe. I mean, I don't know. Gojo might be on some bullshit where you just can't hit him. I'm gonna be honest, but I don't think they'll go that crazy. But they might. I don't know. When it comes to games like this, you never fucking know. Story mode, I really don't care if the story mode ends up being crazy or not. If it's decent, cool. Will I play it? Maybe, maybe not. Usually with anime games like this, story modes, I don't even think I even play the Demon Slayer story mode, which it's CC2, so I know they went crazy with like cinematic cutscenes and shit like that, but I just got on the game and just played online. It's more so because at this point of anime games, I know the story mode's not even going to be worth it. But that's not always true. The story mode could probably hit. The Demon Slayer story mode probably hit, and I just never got around to it. One day I'll go back, but probably won't be anytime soon. The JJK, like I said, the story's good, cool. If not upset about it. Anything else that I can think of that's a wish list. If there's anything that you're thinking of too, you put that down too. Something that you're like, okay, look, I'll get the game if this is in it. If not, I'm not buying. Like, I know there's at least one thing for each of us. Let me know what yours is, because so far for me, I just want lobbies to work. As crazy as that is, it's like apparently that's a requirement now going into 2024. So. And I'm sorry if I'm pissing somebody off. Actually, I'm not. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not. But I'm pissing somebody off in the comments right now. They're like, "We get it. Connections failed. Like, stop beating a dead horse." No, this is a very much an alive ass horse. It's a horse with a headband. That shit was disappointing. One of my most anticipated games of, well, besides Final Fantasy 16 and I guess Hogwarts. One of my most anticipated games for the year ended up being the most disappointing shit to exist in my life. The only reason I knew I was going to purchase it regardless is because I am a Super Naruto fan, and sometimes I just spend money that I probably shouldn't. Or if I am, I'm going to just buy something stupid, and that was one of those times. But regardless, those are my thoughts on that. Continue. But let me know if you guys have hope for this game or won't even bother with it. I, of course, will still be making Naruto Connection videos, but I'll be adding other games just because I never intended to be just a Naruto channel, and also Connections pisses me off every time I play it. Mind you, I still keep playing it, so I'm sick in the head, I swear. I'll get therapy one day, guys. But I plan to make content on other anime-type games like Grand Blue Fantasy Versus Rising, which I just purchased the other night or the night before. I don't know, the days meld together these days. And I've been getting some lab time, so I'm going to try and make some content on that if you're interested in that. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, I'm going to be playing when that comes out, Under Night and Birth 2. Never played the Under Night and Birth series, but it looks cool, and I played Seth from Blaze Blue, so I'm like, fuck it, I'll play it. And honestly, any other anime game that kind of catches my fancy. I appreciate you guys watching the video, and back to the shadows I go.